Hi, it's Ananda from Vital, and one of the questions I'm most regularly asked on the blog is how to manage sensitive skin. It seems to be an increasing problem with many people coming to me saying that I was fine for ages and then suddenly I developed a reaction overnight, or my skin just gradually got more and more sensitive and flared up to more things and suddenly started to become red and blotchy. And so, in looking at this topic, there's a number of things that actually contribute to sensitive skin. There's a number of ingredients that are, triggers for sensitive skin or reactions in sensitive skin, and there's lots of different ways to manage it. So, we're going to go through a couple of those today. We're going to look at the causes, we're going to look at how to manage it, and we'll also look at some products that may assist in reducing skin sensitivity. Okay, the first thing that's most predominant in sensitive skin is reduced barrier function. So the barrier, or the skin's barrier, is made up of the acid mantle, which is lipids that the skin uses to protect it from the elements and from ingredients that we use on the skin. So when there's reduced barrier function, there's decreased protection from the skin, so it is more easily irritated and more sensitive, and there's also more transepidermal water loss. So less barrier, an oily barrier stops water loss from the skin. As soon as that barrier is gone, the skin is more likely to be dry, dehydrated and sensitive. And that's one of the things to note with sensitive skin, is that sensitive skin is often dry skin or dehydrated skin as well. So you're dealing with two issues in effect. While it's caused by the sensitivity or the reduced barrier loss, you've got to address the sensitivity, but you've also got to address the dehydration and water loss. Okay, so sensitive skin is typically indicated by redness, stinging, burning, feelings of dryness, or tight feelings after washing the face. Tight feeling that lasts even after using moisturiser though. And as a sufferer of sensitive skin, I have the typical skin type that's more likely to develop a sensitive skin. So I tend to flush or burn very easily. My skin tends to dryness, and I have had a history of rosacea, where the skin reacts very easily to extremes in temperatures and foods and drinks that I consume. So I'm your typical candidate for sensitive skin. And some of the ways that I overcame that I'll go through. But first of all, I also want to talk about other things that cause sensitive skin, and the second one is skin trauma. So this can be lots of sun damage. So if you've exposed to yourself and had sun damage over time, the skin can become more sensitive, and that's again usually due to reduced barrier function and increased irritation, but also increased free radical damage in the skin or at the skin cell level. So the skin cells themselves are fighting a battle against, free radicals. So a lot of the antioxidants in the skin that maintain the skin cell health are used up faster, and there tends to be a greater degree of irritation in this case as well. Skin trauma can also happen or occur from things like chemical peels, and I've seen many patients come in with incredible skin sensitivity and redness as a result of a chemical peel. And the first thing that you have to do is just reduce the irritation and sensitivity straight away. And another really common skin irritant, which is one that many people use on a daily basis, is products that contain sodium lauryl sulfate. So sodium lauryl sulfate is a foaming agent. I'm sure many of you have heard of it, and it strips the acid mantle of the skin or reduces the acid mantle of the skin in order to clean away dirt and oil. The problem with this is that the acid mantle takes up to half an hour to recover again and come back to normal pH, in which time the skin loses moisture and tends to either react by overproducing oil, become very oily, or losing moisture and becoming dry. So strong cleansers, particularly those containing sodium lauryl sulfate or ammonium lauryl sulfate, can really affect the skin in the long term and actually be a causative or contributing factor to skin sensitivity. The third one is environmental factors, and we're talking about sun damage, I mentioned that before, but also wind damage and extremes in temperature. And I know that for myself, if I'm in a hot, stuffy room, that is one of the factors that will trigger a skin sensitivity in me. Stress is a big one in skin sensitivity, and you'll know that stress is a factor in your skin sensitivity because the more stressed you are, the more sensitive your skin's likely to be, or the more reactive your skin's likely to be. Now, first of all, with stress, it actually does, they've shown that stress reduces skin barrier function. So to manage that condition, you need to address the cause of your stress as well as work with your skin. And then allergies. They can be things like contact allergies or things like contact dermatitis, all the way through to true allergies that can cause skin problems. And for managing those, again, you have to address the cause, which is the allergy itself and the immune dysregulation, before you can actually see any real results with your skin. So a visit to a healthcare professional is ideal in this case. So what do you do and how do you manage skin sensitivities? Well, the first ideal thing that you need to do is repair the skin's barrier function and acid mantle. So ways to do this are avoid the ingredients that actually are common irritants and are commonly reduce barrier function. So things like artificial fragrances are key irritants. Sodium lauryl sulfates are key in reducing barrier function and reducing the acid mantle or damaging the acid mantle. Strong acids such as glycolic acid peels, and for those that are very sensitive, even milder acids that are considered useful, such as magnesium ascorbate palmitate or alpha lipoic acid, that actually have a very, very beneficial effect for the skin, may be too strong initially until the barrier function of the skin has healed again. Artificial dyes are another key issue, but I've actually put at the bottom of this video blog, you'll actually see a list of the common ingredients that cause irritation. For those of you that are on YouTube, go to vitalblog.org and you'll find that list. Okay, so ways to manage that. Apart from reducing stress, we're looking at topical ingredients and internal nutrition. As far as internal nutrition goes, antioxidants, which come from fresh fruit and vegetables, the more brightly coloured your fruit and vegetables, the more antioxidants. So think of your rainbow coloured veggies, and also good fats from nuts and seeds and deep sea fish or flax oil. They are excellent ways of reducing inflammation in your skin and reducing free radical damage, which promotes inflammation and skin cell damage in the long term. Again, for more information about the dietary factors that cause skin conditions, go to vitalblog.org, and I've written extensive articles about this topic, what to eat, what not to eat. In terms of that, reducing sugar and trans fats. Sugar and trans fats are a significant cause of skin disruption and inflammation in the skin, and so that's just going to exacerbate any existing skin sensitivity and or promote skin sensitivity. In terms of topical ingredients, you're looking at things that are going to reduce inflammation and first of all, things that are going to reduce inflammation, and second of all, avoiding ingredients that cause it, and I've talked about that before. But as I said, number one is artificial fragrances. However, some natural ingredients can also cause irritation, and strong essential oils can be irritating for some people with very sensitive skin. So keep that in mind, as a lot of natural and organic products do have essential oils. The quality and the purity of the essential oils will make a difference. So good quality essential oils are excellent and are unlikely to cause skin sensitivity. Cheaper quality and may also exacerbate a skin sensitivity. So be assured of the quality of your products. However, in order to avoid this in the first place, the best thing to do is to go for unscented organic and natural ingredients and products. So some of the ingredients you're going to look for in those products include things like aloe vera, which is very calming and soothing to red inflamed skin. The oils that are rich in essential fatty acids, again, which also calm down irritation in the skin. So rosehip oil, tamanu oil are excellent examples. Evening primrose oil is another example. So those oils are rich in essential fatty acids and dampen down skin inflammation. Other herbal ingredients such as calendula and green tea also reduce redness, or green tea reduces redness, and calendula will help heal and reduce inflammation, and as will chamomile essential oil. Now, chamomile essential oil is unlikely to cause any skin sensitivity, even though it's essential oil, and the benefits are that it is an anti-inflammatory, so very, very beneficial. Okay, so that is a little bit about what you can do to manage your sensitive skin. For more information about this topic and for products that may be beneficial that contain the ingredients I mentioned before, go to the blog, Vitale blog, Vitaleblog, and you'll find that information. And as always, if you'd like to ask any questions or leave any comments, please do so. I'd be happy to hear them and happy to respond. And in the meantime, have a great day. Thanks.